Hello everyone. In this video, we will obtain the expression for restriking voltage and the frequency of transient oscillation in the case of circuit breakers. So as you can see here, when the arc is quenched at current 0, this is the current waveform and this is the system voltage and nothing, this is your arc voltage. So you can observe here at current 0 when the arc is quenched, there is a very high voltage which appears across the circuit breaker contacts. So that voltage is called as restriking voltage. And you can see here one more term which is recovery voltage. So once the transients die out, okay, and when the arc is quenched, whatever voltage appears across the circuit breaker, you call it as recovery voltage. So the restriking voltage is the maximum voltage which appears across the circuit breaker contacts at the instant of arc quenching, whereas the recovery voltage is the voltage which appears across the circuit breaker contacts once the arc is fully quenched and all the transients are vanished. That is nothing but the recovery voltage. So let us obtain the expression for the restriking voltage and the frequency of transient oscillations. To obtain the expression for restriking voltage and the rate of rise of restriking voltage, frequency of transient oscillation, let us consider that in a system, the fault has occurred beyond the location of the circuit breaker. So you can see here the equivalent electrical circuit where the inductance, capacitance and resistance is given. The resistance for the time being for the derivation, we will neglect it. That means if we neglect the resistance R, then our circuit is purely reactive. So when the circuit breaker is closed, the fault has occurred, okay, but before fault occurring, your circuit breaker will be always in the closed position. Say suppose the fault has occurred and still the circuit breaker is in closed position, then what will happen? The fault current will flow through the inductor. Okay. Whereas what will happen to the capacitor? The capacitance will get shorted by the fault which has occurred at this point. So for the derivation, for the entire derivation, we will neglect the resistance and assume that our circuit is purely reactive. So we have seen that at the current 0, when the arc is interrupted, a very high voltage occurs, that is nothing but the restriking voltage. So the voltage expression, we will consider it to be a sinusoidally varying quantity, and since our maximum voltage occurs at current 0, we will express it as Vm cos omega t. So with this we will obtain the expression for the current, voltage and the frequency of transient oscillations. So looking into this circuit, by neglecting this R, we can write the mathematical expression for the transient condition as L into di by dt plus 1 by C integral I dt is equal to Vm cos omega t. That is nothing but this E is Vm cos omega t. So we will rewrite the expression here. L di by dt plus 1 by c integral I dt is equal to Vm cos omega t. We will assume this cos omega t as 1. Why? Because when the arc is quenched, what happens? There is a very high voltage appearing across the circuit breaker contacts. The same voltage appears across the capacitance, nothing but it is the restriking voltage. So it will oscillate at the natural frequency. That too, this phenomenon exists only for a short period of time. So what we do is that short period of time, whatever changes happens, no, that we are going to neglect, and because of that we will assume cos omega t equal to 1. So we will rewrite this expression as L di by dt plus 1 by c integral I dt is equal to Vm. So we can write I as dq by dt, wherein we can express that q in terms of capacitance, that is d by dt of C into Vc, where Vc is nothing but the voltage across the capacitor, which is the restriking voltage. So Vc is the voltage across the capacitor, which is nothing but the restriking voltage. So from this, if we differentiate, we get di by dt as d square C into Vc by dt square, which is C into d square Vc by dt square. Or we can write 1 by c integral I dt is nothing but q by c, which is equal to Vc. So we have this as the one expression, this we have the second one, this 1 and 2 we are going to substitute in this star expression. So we can rewrite that star expression as L into C d square Vc by dt square plus Vc is equal to Vm. Okay. So to find the expression for Vc, it is a time varying quantity. We cannot convert it directly. We cannot find it directly. We will apply Laplace and rearrange, and then again apply the inverse Laplace, so that we will get the expression for Vc. So here, if we take the Laplace of this, so if we apply Laplace transform to this expression, what we get is L into C s square into Vc of s plus Vc of s is equal to Vm by s. So we will consider the initial conditions, that is q equal to 0 at t equal to 0. So this Vc of s, L into C into s square plus 1 is equal to Vm by s. Or this can be rewritten as Vc of s is equal to Vm divided by s into Lcs square plus 1. So to obtain it in the standard form, we will take the constants out, that is L and C out. So we get L into C into s square plus 1 by Lc. This is what it is. Now we will rearrange in such a way that on applying the inverse Laplace, we can obtain the expression for restriking voltage. So we will write 1 by Lc as omega n square, that is nothing but omega n is equal to 1 by root Lc, and we rearrange and we rewrite this Vc of s as omega n square into Vm divided by s into s square plus omega n square. Or this can be rewritten to get it in a standard form, omega n into Vm by s into omega n by s square plus omega n square. So we will apply the inverse Laplace for this. So taking inverse of this, inverse Laplace, so we get Vc of t is equal to omega n into Vm integral 0 to t sin omega n into t. Okay. So if we take the integral, we get Vc of t is equal to omega n into Vm. Integral of sine omega n into t is minus cos omega nt divided by omega n. Integral from limits is from 0 to t. So at t is equal to 0, we have assumed the initial condition Vc of t is also equal to 0. So if we substitute that, we get Vc of t is equal to omega n into Vm divided by omega n into minus cos omega n into t minus of minus. On applying this limits, we get it as plus cos 0 is 1. So this and this get cancelled. So Vc of t is equal to Vm into 1 minus cos omega n into t. So this is nothing but the expression for the restriking voltage. So the maximum value of the restriking voltage occurs when omega n into t is equal to pi. So if we substitute omega n into t equal to pi in this, we get the maximum value of restriking voltage. So maximum value of the restriking voltage is equal to 2 Vm. So this is the maximum value of the restriking voltage. 1 minus cos pi. Cos pi is minus 1. So 1 minus of minus 1 becomes 2. So it is 2 Vm. So next is to find the rate of rise of restriking voltage. Rate of rise of restriking voltage, which is RRRV. Okay, so this can be obtained by differentiating the restriking voltage, that is d by dt of Vm into 1 minus cos omega n into t. So Vm, we take it out, differentiation of 1 which is 0 minus differentiation of cos omega n t is minus sine omega n into t into omega n. Okay, so this can be written as omega n into Vm sine omega n into t. This is nothing but rate of rise of restriking voltage. So when will the maximum value occurs? When maximum value occurs when this omega n into t is nothing but pi by 2. So the maximum value of RRRV is obtained by substituting omega n into t equal to pi by 2, so that we get maximum value of RRRV as omega n into Vm. So this is how we can obtain the restriking voltage, transient frequency of transient oscillation and RRRV. Thank you for watching this video.